One, two, three. One, two, three. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, you guys, it's Charlie. We're just hanging out tonight. Link is up there if anybody wants to jump up and join. Uh, Anyone's welcome to join. I might go through some pay dirt bags or something like that. I don't know yet. It's we're just hanging out. If I get somebody to come up and help, then I might get everything else set up and ready to go. I already have the water and everything up here. It's just a matter of setting up another camera. But other than that, it's just hanging out, chit chatting, seeing how everybody's week went. Mine was chaotic. I ended up blowing the brake line out like Tuesday on my way from like one job to the next, and then I still had to drive an hour home from there. It was sketchy. I got home, changed out the parts, and it's back up and running. At least I didn't do that when I went down to Cottonwood Trails. I got lucky there. Or if I was like pulling the camper or something. No, it was not fun. And by the time I got home, everything's already starting to get dark. So it was trying to wrench on that in the dark, and ended up having to call in the morning and didn't show up to work until like almost 1:30 the next day. But got it done. We'll go through and say hello to everybody. I see wrenches down at the bottom here. Grandma's Kelly's Clean Living, Clean Life, Clean Living. Iron Antler Adventures, how you doing? Guido's in the house here. What's up, man? Gold Eagle Prospecting. What's up, Joe? Buddy Big's Adventures. I did give you a wrench. Thanks for joining us. JP Lawns and more. Lewis S Outdoors. And we're back up at the top. We got 14 awesome people in here. Remember to smash that thumbs up. What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Jessica's actually the one that I'm going to pay this next Friday for the camper, so we'll be working that out. Jessica, where's Matt? Link is up there. Anyone who wants to jump up and join. Other than that, it's been a pretty chaotic week. Got a lot of work done. I think like 4 or 5 more packages went out. Bacchus, your stuff is next if you're in here lurking. Oh, he's out smoking. I know some people like that. I'm what you would call a YouTube certified mechanic. If I don't know it, I look it up. And then if it doesn't go like how the video shows, then yeah, I did something wrong. Hey, Grandma Kelly. Good night. Gold Eagle's watching. Four Six Miner, what's up? Yeah, next year I'm gonna try and plan some trips out to the west side of things and see how things go that way. So there's a few people out that way that I know, so next year's gonna be fun. I'm in that squirreling stage, so I'm just getting stuff squirreled away, getting stuff sent out. That way I don't have any more outstanding mail that needs to go out. And after that's done, there's no more giveaways, raffles, or anything like that on the channel. So once that stuff goes out, it goes out. Then the only way to get a pay dirt bag is by top tier member. And that'll be it. It'll be a monthly thing, so yeah. It would be one of the stops, 406, or one of the trips. There's still a few other states to hit on the East Coast and stuff like that. Eventually, what I want to do is have a pin pretty much everywhere in this map. So there's a few more that I have to add to that map, but it's in there. I don't know. It's a lot easier when I have somebody to talk to. There's Joe.
Hello, everybody. I was saying hello to everybody in chat, and I figured, Charlie, you look so lonely up here, and I know you want to do something. And I know the chat room wants to see you do some panning from that the Nugget Lake excursion. So I figured I'd give you a hand.
I don't have anything from Nugget Lake to go through at the moment. I have
Cottonwood. Oh
no. We already went through all that stuff. What I'm saying is I have an actual bag from Grease Monkey.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a pay dirt bag that I got from him while I was down in Cottonwood. Oh. But I could always do that, go grab a pan, run out to the truck, click and grab that bag. And
Grease Monkey's always got some nice material to run. That sounds interesting.
Yep, I got I think it was Dredge Cons that he had.
Ooh.
So yeah, that could be pretty interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Monkey Dirt.
Monkey Dirt. No.
What's up, Robert Worley? How you doing?
Mr. Robert Worley, I'm gonna throw some of those rocks in the tumbler. I picked some out, and I'm just waiting for my other ones to be done tumbled, and I'm gonna throw some of your rocks in there, man. And I believe I have your address. I'm gonna put something in the mail for you. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Some ivory, huh? Nice. So what else is happening? Nothing, huh? It was
Not
kind
much.
of a dull week this week. It was raining all for me.
Yeah, it was a pretty moist one here too.
I worked on my snowblower. I had to put a new bottom cover on it. I made out of some duck. I guess it's tin that I had laying around. Came out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. Getting ready for the winter. Wrench, how you doing, man? What's happening? Lewis Outdoors. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Glad to see you. Oh.
It's been so long since I've been on StreamYard on the computer. It's not even funny. So
I'm over here. I'm half watching the Detroit game and half in the chat room here.
what's up, Brad? How you doing?
What's
Good
up,
day.
Brad?
You got another guest coming up here now.
Here we go. Now it's getting crowded.
Oh wait, that's probably my other camera.
Yeah, it's been a long
Where's
time
that
since
guy?
you've been on here, huh, Charlie?
Yeah. Move this over this way. See how the camera looks.
I'm gonna set up tomorrow. I'm gonna have it all set up. I'm gonna run some dirt through the 406 sluice. I know he's been itching. Every time I did it, he was either late to the show or working or doing something on his way to go up to the claim, and he never seen it get to work. So we're gonna try and coordinate it so he sees his sluice running tomorrow. Get ready there, Stacy. Get ready. Rockwood, you're in and out, I see. He's been posting a few videos. Go check them out of the quartz vein or the vein that he's following up there in Canada. Working hard like geologists, sort of.
A3 Sky Warrior, hello.
Hey, 3 Sky Warrior. What's happening, man?
Trying to adjust the camera here. Give me 1 sec.
Gold Eagle, I hear you got a 50 pounds of black nasty Cape. You heard I got a whole bunch of that? No, I didn't get nothing. Not yet. Black nasty, what's that say? 15 pounds of black nasty Cape disappointment sand. Wow.
All right, well, I'm going to go grab that pay dirt bag.
All right.
I'll be back in 1 sec.
Sounds good. Oh, you got it. Oh, nice. Make a video, man. Make a video, show it going down the sluice and see how much you get out of it, man. Did you put your magnet to the side of it? Did anybody out there see my my fantasy panning video? Nobody seen that? I made a spook, kind of a spook video, because I wanted to introduce my my nugget. Anybody want to see my nugget? Come on, talk to me. Let me know. It's within arm's reach. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Where is it? I can't find it. Yes. Yes. I'm going to give you some proportion size. You want proportion size? Let me get a. Do I got any money up here? I got a penny. I'm going to put the penny and the nugget in the bowl so you can see. In the pan. All right. Here's the penny. And here's the nugget. We'll put the nugget in there. All right, let's see. You ready? Here we go. Let's see if we can't see that bad boy in there. How's that, huh? How's that for a clunker? Oh, man. It bends the pan. That's a 20-gram nugget there. 20 grams.
All right. I need to grab this other phone because I see new names in chat. Okay.
Yeah, I found that bad boy digging in my tomato garden. Do you see that, Charlie?
Make it big here real quick so I can see you better. Oh, wow.
I found that in my tomato garden, man.
Send me some of that dirt. All right.
That's a specimen I bought. So don't get all excited. My tomatoes ain't that good.
1 second. There we go.
That's for investment purposes.
But the bag that we're going through.
For gold porn, for when you guys really need it.
It was from his 100 sub giveaway.
Oh, all right. Dredge Cons.
Yep.
Monkey Dirt. All right.
Smells like dirt.
That shouldn't take too long, man. That should be nice.
We'll do a little bit at a time. There isn't much in the bag.
Make sure you get it all out of there now. Stratify.
It all looks about 1/8 inch classified. So yeah.
Ron F. Prospecting. How are you, Ron F? Is in the
What's up,
house.
Ron? How you doing?
Kat says she won't lie. She panned dirt from her garden. I was all set one time to go over to Home Depot because I was bored. I was going to get some sand, but then I heard that it's got to be that California sand. So
Hey, most of that stuff is packaged there anyway.
yeah.
Look at the bags. Read it once.
I didn't figure that New York Home Depot would have any gold in it.
You never know until you try.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like prospecting. You drive past that creek every day. You look at it. You think it's tasty. It looks really good, but you never know until you get your pan wet.
Yeah, it's true. I should go see if there's any. I should dig a hole down by the little creek that's by me that feeds the river. But they'll probably give me a ticket for doing something like that. I remember when I first got my my pans in the mail, way before I knew what I was doing. I went down there. The wife and I went down there, and I started digging in there. I had my shorts and my shoes on. I had started digging and panning some gold, and some lady was walking by, and she says, "Wow, what are you doing? Some kind of experiment?" And the wife goes, she was embarrassed because she didn't want to say that. No, the dumb old man over there is trying to find gold. She says, "Yeah, he's testing the waters." Some kind of experiment testing the waters. She goes, "Oh, that's interesting." But now I'm proud. Now I'll go down there with all my pens and my classifiers and be proud to be a prospector.
You got a couple pieces showing up at the top there.
There you go.
You want to run away. Little flat pieces.
Well, you're in a known gold bearing state there, 406.
Right?
The Pilgrims came and got all the gold out of New York.
No, they didn't get it all out.
No?
That's why the state owns like all the mineral rights.
Yeah, they do.
There's still plenty there. It's just it's illegal to mine it.
I think it's so. My theory on it is that the gold here in New York is probably so minute, so itty bitty, flea turds and stuff like that, that they don't want everybody tearing up New York looking for hardly anything. You're not gonna, you have an operation like they do up in the Klondike, and you're pulling out, really fine flour gold, quarter of an ounce or something like that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Pretty good little pile when I first dumped.
What you're supposed to do, what they say is that New York State owns all the mineral rights to anything in New York. So if you find like a nugget that I was showing you, you're supposed to turn it into the government, which us proud prospectors would surely do, especially with a big chunk of gold like that. Because we know those politicians need money to function. And every April 15th, I just love giving all my money away.
There's some gold up in there. Kind of hard to see with the glare, but a little bit of gold in that first little dump.
Nice. Yeah, you got some in there. I see it. Nice. All right. 406. What do you got? You got a new mat design that you got going on over there?
Yeah, he's got a new nugget trap that he's got designed.
Oh, nuggets, huh? Well, you know the size of my sluice, so you can you can custom make it for my size. We'll interchange and check out the mats there. We're gonna run. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I got 5 bags, but I don't know which one I'm going to run tomorrow.
Can I have a poll done here on the channel? See if see what people think. Throw out some names.
Well, there's actually only I got. Let's see. I got 4 Vendetta bags that I can run that are, different ones. And I know this one's going to be good. This is a benzo bag. I won with a guaranteed half gram of gold in here. And as we all know, benzo's got a heavy hand. So that should be nice to run.
I would vote for the benzo bag.
Everybody's going to vote for the benzo bag. I know. We got Yupa Crevice Pay Dirt. We got regular Pay Dirt. Some more.
What's up, Matt?
This is from March. And regular Pay Dirt. This stuff looks interesting. What are they saying here? Anything? Milwaukee Matt's in the house.
Finally.
He must have smoked 2 cigarettes. Well, we're going to run one of them. We'll see. We'll make that decision tomorrow. We'll see what happens. See how I feel.
All right. Wait, I sent something wrong. The case.
I would like to pan it. But I don't get to pan that much.
I set my alarm, and apparently nobody can wake me.
Why do I hear echo?
What you heard was the wife talking.
Oh. You can mute again. I got it under control over here. I think I can't see, but Green Bay is definitely losing. Last I seen was 14-3. Now I can't see. 24-3. I got something in my way over there. 24-3. Oh, Detroit's blowing them out. And we got a lot of Wisconsiners in here, huh? All right, Wrench is off to bed. His meds are kicking in. Good night there, Wrench. Take care. We got prospector Jason E. Miner in the house. How you doing, Jason? Cottonwood Trails Gold Camp. Yeah, there you go, Cottonwood. I've heard so much stuff about you, man. Gonna have to come out there and visit. Culver Prospecting in the house. Dutchie, what's happening, Dutchie? I seen your green thumb videos today. Nice. Good day, Mr. Dutchie. International all over the place, man. International, Charlie, I'm proud of you. International all over the place, man. You got people from down under, people from UK, people from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam, all over, man.
Yeah, they're from all over.
New York.
I got some gold at the bottom down there that I can see. It's like you would not believe how hard it is to do this with the glare from this light and that light. And if I pull this chain right here, I got another light.
Oh. Don't look like there's too much black sand in there.
Well, it's only been like small, like not even cup scoops, you know, that I'm dumping in there. I mean, it's a small bag.
Yeah.
But so far, the gold that I'm seeing is pretty good.
Nice.
I don't even remember what was supposed to be in the 100 sub giveaway bag for total. So we'll all find out when I weigh it up. If Grease Monkey's in the house, he might be able to let us know.
Oh, he is? I didn't see him.
No, I said if he's in the house.
Oh. I seen
Might be able to let us know.
Guido and JP earlier.
Yeah, they were in here earlier. They might still be lurking. Like I said, they're taking it easy tonight, so.
Lurkers. Hey, I had to run upstairs to put my pants on, man.
Nice little smile in there again.
Hey. Definitely see that. PA, what's happening? PA's in the house.
PA, call in.
Call in. PA, call in. Yeah, I know pants are required. I had to run upstairs to put my pants on, man.
I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah, but I was commando at the time.
Ah.
I hope nobody in chat's getting a visual.
What's that sound of flip flops? Oh, it's just Joe running down the hallway quick.
Yeah, nobody
Sounds
wears
like
pants.
Packers. That'll put a mental image in your head.
Brad says nobody wears pants when they're on a live stream, man. Come on. Yep, that's it, 406. You got it.
Use that snakeskin pattern on this pan to clean it up. See, I even missed a few pieces.
Oh, man. That's really flour stuff, huh?
Yeah. There's a few chunky pieces in there, but there's some flour stuff.
That's always challenging, that little stuff. If I see it in there, I'm gonna. If it takes me a half an hour to get it, I'll get it. One piece. And half the time, it's a piece of mica.
Why do you keep moving?
Oh, I'm gonna have to move that thing out of the score. It's right in the middle of the score.
Yeah, you let them go, Brad, so they can grow up bigger for the next time. Here's the last of the bag.
don't think that thing is working anyway. Oh.
That'll go into the pay dirt collection.
A picker collection?
No, the bag. I usually keep all the pay dirt bags.
Oh yeah, I got a drawer full of them. Yeah.
And see, what I like is you can see that it gets dirty, which means that it was only like ran once or twice.
Oh.
The actual cons, because when you pan your cons and pan your cons again, it usually gets pretty clean.
Yeah. All right, Lewis Outdoors. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate that, man.
Later, Lewis. Thanks for stopping by and joining us. We've been live for 30 minutes. We still have 12 awesome people in here.
There you go.
If you guys haven't, remember to share that out. And just so you guys do know, I have straightened out my fiasco with my memberships and being able to access that from my side. I got that all straightened out. Super chats are good again, too.
All right.
But I let that stockpile to be able to use for things on the YouTube channel.
Moto Mining in the house.
What's up, Moto? How you doing? Yeah, the other day I actually had a video come up where Moto Mining and Andy Thrax were out doing like punch tests. They were digging like as deep as they can go before they had to get like other permitting. It was like from 2 years ago. But it came up in my recommended, and it's like, I know I've watched this. I watched it when it came out. But it popped up again on my recommended. So, yet again, I sat there and watched it. Yeah, you guys were high banking back into the holes that you guys plunged. There was one spot where like a tripod pod had fallen into the hole, and you guys were trying to fish it out, and then one of the GoPros fell in, and it was funny.
A fiasco, huh? Okay, Dutchy, man. Thanks for waking up. I know you had your alarm clock set. We appreciate it, man.
Still waiting on that stuff from Jericho to be able to pan out your dirt there, Dutchy, but
yeah, I'm waiting on that too.
because I know you said you wanted me to do a video on it. That's why I tried to contact you before about it, but
oh, just north of that video, Moto says he found some good gold, man. Just about 30 feet north. Yeah, that's one thing, man.
Looking at you guys' bench tests that you guys were doing there, you guys were finding some pretty decent gold.
You could be here finding nothing and move over there 6 feet and.
But that's prospecting, though.
What's that?
That's prospecting, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can, just like in any creek or waterway, like where we were high banking down in Cottonwood, me and Grease Monkey were doing phenomenal, but just 10, 12 feet down where Brewer and Scott Sharp were digging, they weren't finding as quite as much as what we were finding. It's just we were at like the head of where all this Russian stuff was starting to come in from around this like huge arcing bend, and the big gravel and everything was depositing there.
Yeah.
There was big gravel that deposited down towards Brewer and them too, but we were just at the head of that. So we were doing good there, but down by them, they were finding gold. It's just not as much as what we were finding up at that front edge.
Yeah.
And that's how prospecting goes. Just like you can go 2 feet that way and find absolutely nothing, but go another 3 feet that way and have a bonanza.
Yeah, it's the way it is.
Big thing is you got to know how the water works when it's at flood stage, what type of material and gravels that you're working through, and what you're processing. And then there's also the history that you got to look into, if it's like a glacial deposit area, or if it's lode gold or hard rock mines or stuff like that. You have to take all that history into account too, and figure out from erosion and weather patterns, water flow, hydrodynamics, depositing into the creek, and then all that information you put together to figure out where your streak is running.
And you put all that information all together, and you've been working on it for months and months and months, and some little kid comes along 10 feet away from you and finds a nugget like 2.5 ounces.
Yeah. It's right here. But there's all sorts of different methods and styles and stuff that
In fact, he wasn't even looking for gold. He dropped his lollipop.
Right. There's some really light material in here, and then as soon as you get past that, it's just black. But even like some of the material that we were working through, like at the Cottonwood Trails Gold Camp there was like rocks later on top, and then you had like this heavy black sand gravel peat layer that you can see. Then below that there was larger cobbles that was like hard packed, and then below that again there was like a wash layer where it was like fine wash sand, and it was like different layers like that. But you can also tell that they're different flood stages and events that had happened that you're going through, how high the water was at one point to keep those hard packed gravels cemented pretty much into place there. And trust me, that short section where you see me picking with the pickaxe, that material was packed in there tight.
Was there gold in every layer or no?
It was hard to tell because we kind of did a test pan to start, and then we just ran as much as we can through that area. Once we got to that last layer where it was like the wash sand again, we weren't finding much in there, so we just stayed above that and all the way to the surface and took all that, and we were finding pretty good gold. So but we also didn't punch any further below that to see if there's any other gravel layers that we could work, but that's for next time.
Oh yeah.
Or once we dig enough of a good shelf out of there, to go up there with some dredges and punch down and see if we find anything better.
Over here, see what's happening.
Some really chunky gold. You can really feel it.
I see a speck there.
Yep, I just got it to move.
Yeah.
Get it out of that black sand. Got it. Could always just use the RPE sluice to run it. It's the only RPE sluice that I have. Just go through this one more time.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take me but 2 minutes to run a bag of that stuff through the sluice, man. I don't know if it's. I might have to pan it. Kyle King Prospecting in the house. How you doing, Kyle?
How you doing, Kyle? All right, now we are running through some
Monkey dirt.
monkey prospecting dirt.
The monkey dirt. Monkey dirt.
The monkey dirt. This was back from his 100 sub giveaway.
Nice.
But we got all that. So let's get this cleaned up, get a snuffer dump, and then we'll get a weight on it.
Snuffer dump. Snuffer dumps are always good, man. Always good.
It's always good to take a dump.
Oh yeah, especially a snuffer dump. Massive relief.
I cracked myself up.
Do you now?
Yep.
I can go for a nice half a dozen of donuts or something like that. Some apple crisp, some honey dip donuts. How about a Bavarian cream donut? Yeah, who likes Bavarian cream donuts?
I do.
I do too, man.
Hey, what about apple turnovers?
Apple turnovers are nice.
Yeah, those are good.
Well, this time of the year, you get them apple donuts that they make now. They're always good. I like to get the. They used to call them crullers, but now they call them big sticks over there at Dunkin' Donuts. They're good too.
And there we have it.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice for that little bag. Nice amount of gold, man.
All right. We'll get it sucked up, weighed up,
Yeah.
and see what we got. I mean, it's chunky because, like, some of that stuff when you're sucking it up, it's like against the back of the snuffer bottle.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
always good.
you can hear it like tink.
So
Alrighty then.
it's gonna weigh more than we think. Brad says, "Very nice. Now cook it."
Yeah, we're gonna cook it.
We're gonna be cooking tonight, man.
Set my coffee down there. Get rid of that. Set that down there.
Looking good, Charlie. Looking good.
Okay, there's nothing in there, so I'm good to go on that.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Nothing up my sleeves. Except for my arms. Get it all tapped to one corner and then suck the water out. It's
What is
quickest and easiest way that I know.
Charlie, what is that stand made out of? Rebar?
Copper.
Oh, that's thick copper.
Ground wire.
It's what? Ground wire?
Ground wire, yep.
Oh,
It's one that Brewers Prospecting made for me.
nice.
And that sound means that all the water is out. And now we can start cooking.
Cook it, man. Cook it.
And this is why it's important to get those black sands out, because when you cook it like this, if you're staring over it to make sure that like your stuff doesn't popcorn out on you or anything like that, those sulfides that are released are toxic. So it's always best to do this outside, but it's nighttime. And if I had to do this out on the porch right now, people would probably think I'm a crackhead. So I like cold.
I use a heat gun, man.
And like that.
All done already?
Yep.
Wow.
You just got to tap it loose and get the scale set up.
You need a little Bunsen burner for under there.
Yeah, I've been told I need to get a candle for it by Brewer.
Oh, a candle will work too. A little tea, one of those tea lights, that'll work. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like 20 for a nickel in the dollar store, man.
Got it all out of there.
You rolled your shades, man. All right, the big reveal. I'm going to say 2.8 or 0.28.
Okay. Okay. So settings, camera. Anybody else got a guess before I flip this camera? I can't see right now because I have the camera thing open.
Nobody else is guessing so far, so I win. Oh, 0.24.
Yeah. Still some nice chunky gold though. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, definitely chunky. It looks more chunkier than it did in the water. 0.317, 0.31, 0.327.
It's because the phone gets close to the.
Did you find an unopened bag of cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being asked if I took
Not a 0.3, but it's 0.24.
Yeah, 0.241.
You might have to go to them again because that's probably a 0.25 bag, no?
Yeah, there's probably some really, 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 really fine stuff that I know Grease Munker likes to throw in his bag that I probably just let go into the panning tub.
I'm getting a headache just trying to pan, just thinking about trying to pan that stuff.
And I really don't care that it went in there because that's dirt that will end up being reseeded and going out to the lower tiers. So yeah, the only way to get stuff from AU guys after I get the rest of this mail out is by joining that membership. I'm just in the process of trying to get some more gold. And then once that's all done, then things will start rolling with that. But for the $24 or $25 top tier member on there, we'll be getting a quarter-gram bag monthly once I have that all set up. And then the lower tiers will be getting between bag this size, which would be a small tier. Medium tier will be a larger bag with like a 0.1, somewhere around there, 0.15 seeded into the bags for being a member on that.
Nice.
I'm talking about a substantial amount of gold there, Jason. Like paid for. Or going to a location where there's substantial amount of gold and mining some out myself. Like at Stacy's.
Oh man, what is that? That's black sand?
Yeah,
Oh,
That
man.
black sand is blacker than that nail you smashed.
I know.
And what are you gonna do with that now?
That's from Cape Disappointment.
You got to pan that?
Yeah, kind of. I got, well, hang on.
We're gonna have to find out where Cape Disappointment is. Oh man, where did all this come from?
Hey, Stacy, all I'm going to say is the way that you got those wrapped up, don't be driving around with those in the vehicle. Cops might think it's something else.
Yeah, so I got 1, 2, 3.
3 5-pound bags of that stuff?
Yep.
Where exactly is Cape Disappointment?
It's over on the Columbia River, Washington, Oregon.
Oh,
It's right under the ocean.
under the ocean.
Right on the ocean.
Oh, on the ocean. Oh,
Yeah, I opened my mouth on I was in chat, I think it was in Brewers. And you know Dennis Hendricks.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has a place over here in Idaho. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to get some Cape Disappointment sand. I figured, you know, a little bag.
Ah,
Not 15 pounds.
Well, if you're going to pay to ship it, you might as well just max it out for what you can ship.
Yeah, holy doggy. You know what? Flower
Stacey,
Gold
I'll-
Wizard
I'll-
ain't got nothing on this.
Stacy, I'll take one of those bags off your hands.
did you try? Did you pan any yet?
I've panned about a quarter cup.
And what'd you find?
Got 2 pieces out of it. Yeah.
Might have to go to the Mercury.
Yeah. And oop, better put something under it. It's not magnetic or anything.
Oh man, that's a magnet in a plastic bag, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, Brad? If I had one, that's what I would be using. Bust out the Miller table.
He must
I
not like
got
you.
a redneck one out in the out on the panning station.
He must not like you there, Stacy.
Well, I was just, I figured, oh yeah, a little bit, a small bag, not
I'll-
15. Oh, and that's how big the magnets are.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that stuff is highly magnetic.
Yeah, but I have a secret weapon.
The plastic bag.
He's got a new mat. Ooh, oh yeah. Big little, big little, big little.
Yeah, that looks good, especially for the beach.
Yep.
Can I get a 10 inch by 32 inch?
And if we go out with the nugget trap though too.
Oh. You're coming up with all kinds of ideas, huh?
Oh yeah, the old Franken mat here.
That'll work.
Those silicone mats, though, you got to give them credit, though. They do.
I love
hold
silicone
on to that
mats.
Super fine stuff, like there's no tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I ain't scared.
You know what I like is I
See,
like when
I want to see how one of those mats work out here with the material we got.
Which one? The little ones or
The high low like you had.
High-low,
oh this?
that
Yeah,
new one that you made, yeah. No, the new one you made with the
Oh.
the
high-
new one that you made. Yeah.
yeah, the high low. Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna have any pieces big enough to be able to use the nugget trap. That's for other states, but something like that I want to try here. See how
And
it
it-
works.
And it all rolls up.
Really nice and compact.
Mine's not high low.
Yours is just a V mat.
Yeah.
3 1/4 by 18.
Is
Will
that
fit
what
right in your sluice there, Joe.
Oh yeah? Oh damn.
Oh yeah. Because
Jason E. Miner says he needs one 9 1/4 by 36.
we can make a few of them.
Oh. That's the template?
My mold.
There you go.
Slightly used.
You want me to run your sluice tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tear it up. I
Because
got tomorrow.
it's
I
gonna
got
take me all of 10 minutes to run one in a bed. I got high low at the top.
You got is yours you got the little is there a little piece up on top
Yeah,
of this stuff?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, that's the old style. That's the real thick stuff.
I got that.
Yeah,
and
that's that that's that one there is my first design.
first attempt.
Yep. That's let me see if I have a piece. Yeah, I still have a hunk of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I put that up at the top of the sluice and the regular V at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, because that'll help catch that, because it creates more of a drop zone for that heavier stuff to drop out.
Yeah.
And then like the V matting beyond that is good there.
Man, that's a good looking sluice.
Isn't it?
Man,
Works wonders.
looks like it's even hand polished.
Everybody stop by tomorrow night. You'll see it in action.
So, Stacy, could you make one kind of like that, but 12 inches by 52? Then don't worry about shipping it out, because when I come out that way, I'll just pick it up.
12 by 52.
Yeah.
Well, I know where there's a 16 by 7 foot long one.
Yeah, see, the mat that I have that would work in it is 12 inches wide.
I got a 16 by probably 6 foot mat for my rock monster.
We'll work out a deal when I'm there.
I'll
be the pack mule and the digger.
I get a kick out of Jason. He says, I need 9 1/4 by 36, if you were wondering.
If I was wondering, huh?
Just in case you were wondering.
What was his last comment I didn't see? It says why something about high low.
Why not use the high low all the way down?
Well, you can. Just that the first little bit it will catch. You gotta with these silicone mats. They catch gold like they are hydrophobic. The silicone is, and so is gold. So
like the gold likes to stick to
it just sticks to it, and sometimes you almost have to scrub the gold off of this, because when you wash it in your pan and flip it over, there's still gold in it. Charlie can attest to that.
Yeah.
And
like the match that Jericho had that we tested out at Lucky Strike, that still held on to gold even after we completely rinsed it. I mean, we even sat there and tried to spray it with jet dry to try and get it to release, and it still wouldn't release. You have to use another silicone brush and literally sit there and scrub the gold off of it.
I've noticed that in that little mat that I put at the top of my Geo Sluice, that when it all dries out, I squirt it with my squirt bottle, get all the gold running down and get all the cons out. But I put that, when I'm done with it, I put it on the side. And then when it dries out and I go to use it again and I look at it, I'll find specks of gold in there.
Okay, and so the reason why I put this up first is there's more contact. When you first drop it in, there's more contact area here than there is with the bigger stuff. So with the little smaller stuff, it just is, there's more bumps there, and it'll catch faster, or it doesn't go down your sleeves. It's kind of just like a trick.
For a cleanup sluice, it's really good because that first 6 to 8 inches where you're spooning your material onto, it allows that material to sit there for a little while the sands and everything starts to wash away, and then your gold will like to settle there, so you have an area to act as an indicator mat to look to see if you're collecting pieces of gold.
Right. And the mat I run in my sluice box is I have a little nugget trap here. And then I just made this one. This is my big nugget trap with the grizzly bars. And if you look down inside those, there's little riffles. And then I got high-low. And then it just rolls on out. So yeah, these. And in theory, you could almost use this to run unclassified material, because the big rocks will bounce along these ribs and then
just roll down the rest of the sluice box.
Right. And from this point on down, I run expanded aluminum. So my gold is pretty much protected the whole way down.
Yeah, see that's a really good idea. Oh, let me go back here. Sorry, Stacy.
Oh, you're fine.
Fat fingered it, hit the wrong button. I wanted to go hit exits. Come on.
Sure, booed me out.
Exit solo layout, and I ended up saying remove from stream because they're like right next to each other.
So that's it's just kind of there's more surface area, more bumps, the more turbulence, the more bumps, it gives the gold a faster chance to hit silicone and stop. So if that helps, Jason.
I understand that. That's the whole reason why me and Milwaukee Matt made it, but me and Milwaukee Matt primarily use our bucket classifier, and on the inside it's 3/16 punch plate that we have that covers the whole outside. But on the inside he's got old spools from like the wire feed welder.
Yep.
That he had cut and expanded a little bit so they're opened up some more, and then he's got teeth and paddles.
Oh, just to give it that extra
and up through the bottom,
just to keep it churning and broke up.
Eat and chew the clay.
Yeah, one of the claims that I took, the claim I took Gold Eagle to up by Lincoln has a lot of clay, and I've seen guys with runs just silicone mats and bounce all that clay. They pre-soak their material. They classify it kind of down into, they throw it at something and soak it in a wheelbarrow and then shovel the wet stuff into, let's say, their high bankers and that kind of stuff. So we got a ton of clay up there. So it's
or is that Culver or Cleaver? Prospecting.
Culver.
Yeah, he says, I've always thought that the more changes you can have in the sluice is more chances to catch that oddball gold. And that's true. Like, you can even watch stuff on Gold Rush when they go through there. They always say, put this type of mat in here, this type mat in here, this type mat in here, and then they change their expanded metal that they have over the top of their mats that they have in there to different patterns of expanded metal, because that piece of gold might not like this section, but it might like this section.
Right.
You know, so they change up all their stuff just like the same way we do.
One little change.
Yep. All it takes is one little different pattern or different style of riffle that's in there. Really helps out. One of the best mats that I've seen for collecting gold and catching stuff that has changes in it is actually Dream Mat. The way that their stuff is designed and how it actually cycles through the dirt and everything, it's a really good process. It's a really good mat.
I see their how it works and all that, and I'm not knocking. Well, the only thing is I wish it was made out of silicone, which would I'm a silicone guy. But if you kind of look at a Dream Mat, over a quarter of it, there's nothing there to catch gold. Yeah,
but the way that it's designed and how it works is like the loop that they have. The gold is heavy, so it's going to want to go down into those loops, and then it gets pushed back up.
Right. It's always trying to push it back up the sluice.
Yep. And that's the reason why it's so effective. Because gold doesn't like to travel that way, so once it hits that wall,
right,
any of the black sand or other material that's circulating over the top of it is going to force it up into those cells.
And really with my silicone mats and how I get my sluice set up, a lot of people are saying, oh, don't your mats and that kind of stuff, clog up. Because after a while, if running so much material, they say, your black sands will fill up your half your VMAT or fill it up. What I found is,
As long as that material is in there.
yeah, as long as it's moving, and
fine.
if it starts plugging up a little bit, just stop 5 minutes, smoke a cigarette, go get something to drink. If the gold's there, it ain't moving.
Nope. And like you said, take a break for 5 minutes, walk away for a minute, light a cigarette, and sit back and just take in the scenery. Because
I've actually left my sluice in.
The black sands that are building up, you let that water just run over the top. That sand will
take
just keep moving, and then you're back to where you got your black sand doing this in your sluice box, and that's what you want.
I've even left my sluice box in the creek all night with stuff with concentrates in it. Once it's on that silicone, I ain't worried about it. Once it hits it, it's there.
Yeah, you'll notice in those ripples that you're gonna have the exchange. You're gonna have the black sands dancing in there.
Yep.
And the black sands aren't attracted to the silicone.
Nope.
Where the gold is.
Nope.
As long as it's dancing, you taught me that.
As long as it's moving, like say, I can run a 4 foot long sluice box and do a clean out, maybe 2 a day. And other people are, you got to clean your sluice box out, blah, 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 blah. No, just wait 10 minutes. It'll clean itself out. That's what it's made to do. Let it do its job.
See, like with what I typically do with the mat that I'm running right now, the Sluice Box green mat that they have, I'll run 3 buckets of dirt and then do a clean out. But the only reason why I'm doing that is to check to see if I'm still on the gold. So I'll run 3 buckets, and if that clean out turns out to be really good, then I'll just keep running dirt, clean it out, dump it into a tub. I usually bring like an old packing tub with me that I will fill up with water for a panning station, so that way I'm not losing anything.
Yeah,
I happen to get past while I'm panning it into the tub, I can always run it again and get those pieces of gold out that I missed.
Yeah, I drag one of those little concrete tubs up to the claim,
like the one I use for panning up here.
Yeah.
But to be able to pack stuff into the site, because typically we have like a Coleman grill, propane, depending on if we're going to be running all night, lights and stuff like that, the tripods, the lawn chairs, all that stuff. And we usually have Milwaukee Matt's cart with us. We'll pack everything on that and then just walk it right down to where we're working. Because not every spot that we go prospecting is like right next to the road. So you're walking 2.5 miles into the woods.
No, that's way too far. No, the farthest I walk is up at the Lincoln claim. And that's what do you think, Joe? 300 yards, maybe?
Yeah, maybe 200.
Yeah, that's the farthest. And half of that distance I could drive to.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to hunt grouse on the way.
And the altitude is the altitude that is what's going to kill you.
Yeah, so when you're doing like high altitude prospecting, like what 406 does, if you're starting to get short of breath,
take your time.
Yeah, just
I learned that.
Down,
slow down. Yeah,
because you'll start to get like a headache.
Yeah,
things will start getting fuzzy. It's altitude sickness. Your body's not used to.
Yeah, you got to remember, people, I took Joe from sea level up to 6,300 feet. And if people say, altitude is nothing. Yeah.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah, and see, like, if we had Stacy come out here by me, where I'm only like 860 feet in elevation.
I could dig like a fool.
He'll dig like a raped ape all day long. Where, like, halfway through the day, we're going to be like, because we're used to this. That's why. And then it's like vice versa. Now, if I had to go where he digs, I would also be like, really quick.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
Especially being a smoker.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was good. I was labored breathing, so let me sit down, smoke a cigarette, and relax. It's defeating the purpose here.
That was something I never really thought about until
I never
it
did
happened.
either. I never,
You know?
I never thought of it.
Not yeah.
Jason, where are you mining at? Where are you from?
Who, me?
No,
No,
Missoula.
Jason
Oh,
E.
James?
Miner.
James is up by Rifle, Colorado. I think he's about 6,200. If I'm mistaken, look up Rifle, Colorado.
Michigan. So he's not too far from me. Upper or lower Michigan there, Jason?
I don't see that.
Oh, Jason.
Michigan.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Culver. Sorry.
I was seeing today on the news something about let's see.
Ooh,
Yeah,
11,000.
That I dig is
Yeah.
at 11,000.
Forget it. I'm done. I'm done just thinking about 11,000. Oh, in lower.
Yeah, central lower. So if I took a ferry over, it would be like a 5.5 hour trip.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, it's 3 hours just on the ferry.
Oh, okay.
I was seeing something on the news about Arizona. Arizona, from what I understand, you can't do it's melting like the covers of garbage cans. It's so hot out there.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing out there in Arizona because it's like 108 degrees. Shows a guy putting just a frying pan, throwing an egg in a frying pan, and the thing starts to cook. You know, on no heat or nothing. Parts of the tail lights are melting off cars that are left in the sun.
Yeah, it's so hot that cars don't even want to work.
No, wow.
That's pretty bad, man.
Well, Jason, if you ever come out this way to Wisconsin, let me know. Take you to a few places that I know.
If you ever come out here to New York, don't bother bringing your pans because there ain't no gold here.
No gold in Montana either.
Yeah, we know that.
Because, yeah, Jason, you're pretty much hunting the same type of gold that I hunt here in Wisconsin. It's all that glacial flower gold that came down through Canada on the glaciers and stuff. It just depends on what layer of dirt you're digging in. Takes you back to a certain layer of glacial deposit dating back so many years.
You think there's any gold in like the Great Lakes, in the bottom of the Great Lakes?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, huh?
It's too deep for anybody to get to.
I was just thinking it's too deep. The lakes are too deep.
Well, Lake Superior is over 1,000 feet deep.
Oh wow! I didn't.
Yeah, you'd have to bring in sat divers, and that's a whole nother can of whoop ass.
Michigan is like 890 feet deep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're anywhere from like 800 to like 1,500 feet deep in places, all of the Great Lakes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because like in the process of learning about glacial movements and direction and stuff like that, especially for the area that I'm prospecting, a lot of that has to relate to how the ice flows and shoves went through the Great Lakes to carve them out. And originally from like north of Vermont all the way to Duluth, there was a huge fissure crack that opened up and filled in with basalt.
Oh yeah.
And then when the glaciers and everything came through, that basalt was softer than the actual hard rock and everything around it where the fissure had opened up, allowing the ice just to carve right through it and work its way out. That's why the beaches up along Northern Superior and stuff like that are really good for like finding copper nuggets, finding gold. There's even been a few cases of like silver that's there. That's also the reason why you also have a buttload of euprolites and stuff up in that area. Really cool agates and different stones that you can find up there. That's why you also have a lot of those large pebble beaches that you see up there, because the material that was deposited from the glaciers coming down through Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't think ice would cut like that, but you know.
Well, like when the ice had came through this area the last time, to put it into perspective, the ice was 17 miles deep.
Right.
Right? There was so much weight from the ice that Florida was way bigger than what it is now. Because Florida is actually sinking about 2 inches every like 3 years. Because the weight of the ice being off now, the ground is heaving back up in the north, and everything along Florida and everything is sinking back into the ground, into the water.
Johnny Smallpepper.
Johnny Smallpepper's in the house. Yeah, that was I was reading when the glaciers came down that like above the ground here in where I live in New York, the thickness of the ice was 2 miles. And you're saying 17 miles. It's that's a lot more than what came down here, but 2 miles of solid ice. That was unbelievable to me.
I think a lot of our gold
area, the region, and the way that the ice was flowing, Joe. You know, you're on the other side of the Appalachian there too, so the ice was a lot smaller on that side. Yeah. You get on this side of the Appalachian, that ice was a lot thicker.
Yeah,
because it couldn't work its way up and over those mountains.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of our gold out west here around my area is from the Yellowstone.
Could be. It very well could be.
Because we find like, you know, decorative lava rocks, for lack of a better word. And I'm
you have the obsidian, the Apache tears, you have
this is like just the, you know, like the red pumice crap that you can get from like Home Depot or whatever. Put around your foot. I'm finding that stuff, and I'm 6 feet down.
Well, yeah, there's also been 3 separate occasions that Yellowstone has gone off.
Right.
We're only like 22,000 years overdue for another Yellowstone eruption, going off of its linear calendar.
I'm good. But if it goes off, I'm gone. So.
Well, if it goes off, everybody's gone, because it would send us into another ice age. It would block out the sun for at least 3 to 6 months. Plant life, animals, all that other stuff would die. The temperature of the planet would cool off, and boom.
What are you talking about? If what erupted?
Yellowstone.
What is Yellowstone? Is that a mountain?
No, Yellowstone National Park. It's a giant caldera. Yeah, it's a super volcano.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's only got like,
you ever heard of Old Faithful?
26,000 tons of magma underneath it.
I know about Old Faithful. What about it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's in Yellowstone.
Yeah. And that's due to erupt?
Yeah, we're 20,000 years overdue for an eruption from Yellowstone.
Oh.
Did you know that only in some areas on Yellowstone that the crust is only like 4 miles thick before you hit the lava chamber?
Yeah, then I think I've heard that they found another lava chamber, so there's 2.
There's way more than that. There's 3 separate chambers that go down. The hot spot of Yellowstone is actually moving. You can actually trace from where it had started originally over, and you can see how it actually has forced a ripple through the ground where this hot spot is moving. It's actually moving northeast towards like it's like heading. Yeah, let me get my knee underneath it. Yellowstone is
Wyoming.
Right over in here.
Wyoming, or is it in Montana?
Wyoming.
And it's moving like this. The hot spot. Just like Hawaii is a hot spot.
Right.
But there's been 3 separate different volcanic eruptions at Yellowstone. And you can look at it on the map and see each one of those, like a satellite map. And you can, like, the last time it went off, an area about a third of the park had dropped into the pit, like, what was it, 700 and something feet, creating a ring of fire that launched magma and ash and everything up into the air. Like, if that had to go off, everything from Yellowstone, depending on which way the winds are blowing, it will cover the whole northern hemisphere of the planet within a day.
Well, you guys, I don't know if you're old enough, Charlie, but
Mount St. Helens?
Mount St. Helens?
I remember that.
Were you around for that?
I was a twinkle.
You were a twinkle? Oh.
Yeah, I was a twinkle in my dad's eye for that.
Oh, I can remember the day looking over the mountain and it got really, really dark.
Yeah, that stuff hit. It was you could go outside and do that on your car, and you'll have that ash from Mount.
Yeah, we almost had 3/4 of an inch here in Missoula.
Yeah.
But in the area of Wyoming and everything like that, they figured that that area would be covered in 60 feet of ash if it would go off. And then all the way out here by Wisconsin, after it would go off, we would have anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of ash that would cover everything here. And then not to mention all the gases and particles and everything like that that gets launched into the atmosphere reflecting sunlight.
Yep.
So Yellowstone is like the northwest corner of Wyoming?
Yep.
Not that far from Montana.
I mean, there's like whole YouTube pages on stuff of like people that are watching seismographs and monitors and stuff like that literally monitor Yellowstone daily.
Oh yeah, hourly.
USGS isn't giving anybody the actual information of what's going on because they're downplaying the earthquakes in the area to try and keep tourism up because it's making them money.
Oh, I see it over here. Oh, I see it. Yeah. All right.
Well, you see how close that I am to Yellowstone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we got part of Yellowstone in Montana. Yellowstone Park.
By Gardner?
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
But we're coming down to the pointy end of the night. We might keep this topic going next Thursday, talking about Yellowstone and adventures there, and maybe planning a trip out to some areas. Because I know in Yellowstone National Park, you cannot pan, prospect, or sluice or anything like that.
Negative. Don't step on a bush out there.
But
really,
they don't say anything about north or south of Yellowstone being able to prospect and check in the creeks and stuff there.
Yellowstone. The Yellowstone River flooded, carved out a huge amount, and people were finding gold in Yellowstone River now.
So there we have it. But it might be a topic to talk about, go through, think about, plan a trip, something like that. Go check it out.
Good agates on that. Good agate hunting.
But with it being a volcanic area, I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't diamonds out there.
I don't know if I haven't heard of anybody finding any.
Well, it's because no one's looking for them.
No one's looking. Get back to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Do it now. Get out of here. To my diamond.
That's right. I'll hit you with my agate.
But on that note, we're probably going to call it a night. Thank you guys for joining us. Here comes that outro, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Hit that like button.